I do. All right, so, you know, in El Segundo, what's going on right now is pretty much a little bit of the same that's happening, you know, Manhattan, Hermosa, Redondo, PV. There's a tremendous amount of activity in El Segundo right now. So we have a lot of activity, we have a shortage of inventory, and so if you're looking for a property in El Segundo and you're representing buyers, they really need to be ready to go, locked, loaded, finger in the trigger, because there's a lot of people looking. So what we have here, again, for those of you that are not familiar, we got the map of El Segundo with the borders of Vista Del Mar on the west. We have, on that side, we have Sepulveda, even though El Segundo goes all the way to Aviation, Imperial, and on the south side of that, we have El Segundo Boulevard. I went ahead and put this little box in here again. For those of you that, again, may not be familiar, if you're representing buyers, this is an area that you want to make sure that you communicate to them that, yes, they may find some pretty good deals, pretty good pricing, but it's right behind the Hyperion, and so that should always be a concern, especially for resale value down the line. And next slide.
Well, how often does that occur?
It occurs quite often, especially if they're not familiar with the area. They're asking me, you know, I see some properties over there that seem to be pretty good value, and right away you have to explain to them this is the reason why. And what you want, if they're really insisting on taking a look at those properties, you want to make sure that you tell them to check it out at different times of the day, because it's not like you have, you know, an odor that it's ongoing all the time. You may drive up there one morning and you don't smell a thing. You go there at lunchtime and it smells great. But then it's maybe 5 o'clock and you go, okay, you know, I'm going to have to explain this to my friends, you know, when I'm visiting as to why it smells like this. So again, so it's one of those things that you know, it doesn't happen all the time. You just want to make sure that they're very informed if they're going to make a decision like that. Next slide. All right, so right now what we have in El Segundo, total active listings is 33, and that's including single family, townhomes, and condos. Total pending, including backups, is 24. On single family residents, you can see the inventory. It's pretty small. There's only 3 properties between $660,000 and $699,000. Not a lot to choose from. Only 2 houses between $725,000 and $799,000. 2 between $850,000 and $864,000. 3 in the 900s. But there's 10 houses in the, you know, from $1,049,000 on up to $1,007,000. Townhomes, there's only three townhomes available. And there are 9 condos available. So not a lot of properties for sale. These are some of the properties that are actually in escrow, and I'll give you a little bit of background on some of these. This one here is in escrow, had 2 offers, is going to close at $605,000 with 2 offers. This property here came on the market 2 days. It went into escrow at full asking price. There were 3 buyers who were interested in this property. Next property. This one here was on the market for a really long time. This was a short sale. And it finally, I mean, it was on the market for a really long time. And it just went on pending backup at actually $649,000. This property just came on the market last week. It's on a really nice street in El Segundo. Property is pretty original. It had 5 offers on it. I was one of them. And my clients were brand new. They're brand new. I met them at an open house. And so they were looking for a single family home. And the house came out at $685,000. And they're asking me for guidance, like, so what do you think we should write an offer at? I said, well, you want to start at least over $700,000. Because if you don't, you're not in the game. And they were shocked because, you know, first time buyers are thinking, you know what, 685, want to make an offer, you know, 650, you know. I said, well, yeah, 6. So anyways, this property had, it ended up with 5 offers. We didn't get it. It's going to close at 627. 727. Sorry. 727. This property here was on the market for a couple of days, completely redone, 3 offers. It's going to close at 750. This property here was an REO, fell off the market, it came back, and I think it's in escrow. It had 4 offers, and I think it's at that price it's going to close. This property here, it's a really cute little house. I actually had a buyer that we wrote an offer on it, and he also was, you know, wanting to get a deal. And so he wanted me to.
It's different than your other clients?
This is a different client. Right. So he wanted a deal, so he wrote an offer at 680. So it had 3 offers. It's in escrow with an all-cash buyer at 776, and there's a backup offer at the same amount of money. So it kind of gives you an idea that just a lot of people looking, and houses that if they're priced right and they're nice little homes, they do move.
Do you have issues with appraisers with all these high numbers?
Yeah, I'm kind of negotiating that right now myself. But yeah, so this is actually going to be good because it's going to help somebody else, like myself. So hopefully, but yeah, this would have been an issue. Yeah, because for you to find an 1,100 square foot home and a 3,500 square foot lot for $776,000, you would have had a hard time finding one like that. So the fact that it's an all cash, you're going to close at 776, that's really good. This property here, Bill Lorraine originally had it. He lost it. John Schulich got it, and came back on the market at $799. 4 offers. It's in escrow at $850.
Wow.
This property here came out 2 days. By the way, the previous property, they only had showings for that one particular day within just a 2-hour time frame. It was like a zoo. I was there and it was like crazy. And this property here, the same thing. It only lasted a couple of days, 3 offers, and it's going to close at $880. So you can just see how many buyers that are just not getting all these other homes. So on one house you got 5 offers, you got 4 buyers left looking for that same type of property, and so on and so on. So that's why it's really, really important to convey to your buyers that it's well, you guys know it's a completely different market, and El Segundo, it's like sizzling. It's like the amount of people that are looking and they can't find what they're looking for. It's pretty amazing right now. Completely different than last year. This house here was the house. It was Rose Van Hook's house. Really a beautiful home. A lot of nice features, really good quality, really nice materials. She had 3 offers. It's at full price with 50% down. This property here came on the market. I also had another buyer who works for Wells Fargo. He's an acquisition manager, so he goes after distressed stuff. So he's always looking for a deal. I've written offers for him that I was like embarrassed to turn in because he thought for sure that he would never pay more than this for a house. So when this house came up, he asked me, so I like the house, what do you think we should write it up at? And I said, well, you better begin above asking price. And he was like, you gotta be joking me. I mean, I'm thinking maybe 125. Oh, that should be a good starting point. I said, no, why don't we just make it 1300? And that's a good starting point. So We wrote it on a Thursday. The first public open was on Saturday. They wouldn't even respond to my offer until Monday. And 2 other offers came in. We stepped up another $100,000 and didn't get it. So this house is going to close at $1,450,000. Really nice house. It's a little dated, a little bit like the kitchen, but nice. Huge backyard. Just really, really great backyard. Yeah.
What year prices are these? Are these 05 prices, 06,
These would be, these would be like, I would say 06, yeah, 07, you know, in this regard. I mean, this house here, it would have been hard to even find a comp right now for it. But these guys came in with, 40% down.
So was it a peak in 07? Are you saying back to the
No, I'm sorry, not not really at the peak.
That challenge too.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's at the peak, no.
but maybe just a step below?
I think so. I mean, it's really hard for me to even figure out where all these people are coming from and why all of a sudden, I thought we were doing pretty good at $1,400,000.
Who listed it?
This was John Falkenstein. Shane.
Yeah.
And these are some of the condos that are pending. Just I wanted to point out a couple of things. 900 Cedar Street. Some of these condos, they were a few years ago they were selling at $450,000, $500,000. Now they're in the 3s and 200s. There's some issues with this complex. They got some litigation regarding the pool and stuff. So you want to make sure that you advise your clients if they're thinking about buying something here. I think they're great buys once they kind of navigate through the litigation that they're involved in. I think they're really good buys because I have one here that I rent for $2,150, a 2-bedroom.
How do you propose to get a loan if there's litigation?
Well, that's a problem, right? So
That's why I'm asking.
all cash.
Cash.
That's right.
Okay.
Now we're on the active listing, so I just kind of wanted to point out a couple things. This property here is in a really nice area of town. I don't know if you guys seen it or not, but it's a little bit overdone. And it came out on the market. It was overpriced. It's still a little overpriced, just because of you just have to really like the taste that's in there. It's like really highly overdone. The master bathroom is like Vegas. Yeah. Next.
Round bed.
This house here is in a great street. Arena's always been a very desirable street in El Segundo. It had an all-cash offer on the second day that it came out, basically. Bill brought the buyer, and somehow they fell out. So at full price, all-cash offer, and then the buyer just bailed. But it's a nice house. It's dated. In my opinion, you probably need another $150,000 to make it a nice house. This house here is on a really big lot. It's listed at $1,199,000. This house should be in the 9s. This is a really nice house.
Are you listening?
This is my new listing. It really is. It's a really, really. Oh, thanks. Yeah. Really, really a cute house. It's small. 2-bedroom, 1 bath, but great area of town. It shows really well, and for young couple, single individual, maybe they just have their first baby. It's just a great place. So yeah.
Any room to add on to that?
I think and if you could go up, then you'd really have a great, great property, I think. So this weekend's going to be the first public open. Brokers open on Friday.
The price for multiple offers?
I'm hoping for multiples, yeah. I'd be surprised if I don't get multiples. There's only a couple of brand new constructions in town. The Camp Construction is doing. This one here is $1,699,000, $1,700,000. You know, it's on a nice street. It's really a lot closer to the corner of Washington than it's on Oak, but it's closer to Washington. It's a decent area. It'd be much better if it was a little further west. 3,700 square feet, almost, 3,750. $1,700,000, I'm not too sure that's going to happen. Then the other one is right on the corner of Oak and Washington. $1,499,000. I'm not sure.
Is that new?
That's brand new.